Hey there, folks. Woodcutter back in the video today. Today I just wanted to go over my woodcutters kit slash, I guess, tree felling slash firewood cutting gear that I bring with me every time that we go and cut firewood or cut down trees at like my grandparents, like a friend's house and stuff like that. And yeah, this is just what I have figured out to be the best kit for me that covers all the bases, stuff like that. This is going to be a kind of a long video because there's kind of a lot of stuff to go over, so just bear with me. But yeah, so let's just get right into the video. So woodcutters kit, it should all be able to fit in a milk crate. You know, it's been proven, stuff like that. I know I'm kind of not trying to copy Wrangler Star's video on this, but I took some inspiration from him, and I think that I know a lot of you guys are probably like me, you know, guys like running power saws, you know, using firewood, stuff like that, cutting trees, all that good stuff. But yeah, so that's just kind of what I was kind of thinking about, and yeah, that's just what I want to bring to you guys today. So I'll just start off with kind of the stuff that goes along, that's kind of like additions to it that I bring with it, that I bring with me whenever I bring it and stuff like that. But yeah, so to start off, I usually just bring my med kit that I keep in my truck at all times. This is just a Condor general purpose pouch that I got when I was in the military. Of course, I got my Odin medical patch on there. I know you guys have seen this in one of my EDC videos, or I forget what video it was, but yeah, so it's pretty stacked. This is just the stuff that I've built this out, and this is the stuff that I've accumulated over the past, I don't know, probably 4 or 5 years, and I felt that I should be carrying with me. Of course, I got a whole bunch of stuff in here. I got a bunch of nitrile gloves. You want to use blue nitrile gloves because if you have to do like a blood sweep on somebody or check if they're bleeding, it's going to show up on blue and not the black gloves. I just have black gloves in there just in case, you know, if I can see that someone's bleeding or something like that, then you just have protection. You don't have to worry about doing a blood sweep or anything like that. You know, it's got trauma shears, an extra flashlight, quick clot, soft T tourniquet, a SWAT T tourniquet. Let's see. And then there's some just medical adhesive strips. I got a combat casualty card right here. Let's see here. Then I just got some more. Got medical tape in there, space blanket, combine pads, Israeli bandage in there, combat gauze, and then just a small boo-boo kit with band-aids, alcohol, prep pads, stuff like that. And of course, I got some Afterbite in there. I got a small Right in the Rain pen, Neosporin, a bunch of different markers, a couple Sharpies from Focus Medical Group. Got some blister medic. I actually had to use this not too long ago. We got some bandages, more blister medic. Got a nasal pharyngeal airway in there. I don't know if you can see it. It's tucked in the side there, but got some more combat gauze, stuff like that in there. But you always have to have a med kit on you at all times, in my opinion, because you never know when you're going to need to save somebody's life. You know, car accident. And in this instance, if you're running chainsaws, stuff like that, you know, if somebody could cut their leg or whatever, if they're not wearing chaps, or, you know, get like a twig that bounces back or something like that, or a splinter that hits them in the face and they're bleeding, stuff like that. Yeah, so keep that on me. And I also keep this as well. This is something new that I picked up. This is the personal first aid kit from Barrel and Hatchet. I don't know if these are available anymore, but these are flipping awesome. These have a bunch of, has all that stuff right here is in this small little bag there. So this is absolutely awesome. I keep one of these in my truck and one in like my pack or whatever, or in my pocket, whatever you want to do. But and then on my most recent video that I uploaded last week, have some folks asking about gloves and stuff like that. If I'm doing firewood, stuff like that, and cutting firewood, running power saws, all that good stuff, I typically wear unlined leather gloves. I got some right here, so I'll show you. I keep usually 2 pairs in my woodcutter's kit, just because in case somebody else needs a pair of gloves, I got an extra pair of gloves I can give them. Yeah, so these are just standard unlined leather gloves. I like these a lot because they're pretty cut resistant as well. And then obviously if they don't get too hot like lined leather gloves, stuff like that. These are just buckskin. These are deer skin, and then these are buffalo hide. These, I think I got these for like $9 at my local fleet store. So, I mean, they'll last you a good while. You know, they got reinforced palms on there as well. You can see that right there. Awesome gloves, especially when you break them in. Like, they'll last you a while. And then if they do rip or something like that, you can just go to the hardware store or fleet store, outdoor store. You can pick up a pair for $7, $8, $9, $10, whatever it is. So you don't have to worry about that. But and then for clothing, I usually just wear like this, like a flannel or like a denim work shirt, so like just a work shirt, something like that. Nothing that won't get too hot. Or sometimes I'll wear a hoodie if it's a little cold out. But then once you start moving and grooving, rocking and rolling with that power saw, you're gonna start warming up. So then you take off the hoodie and then all that good stuff. And then I'll wear just jeans or just work pants, stuff like that. And then usually merino wool socks. I love merino wool socks. I've been wearing it for, I don't know, 10+ years at least. So keep your feet warm and keep your feet cool. Helps moisture wicking, stuff like that. And then safety glasses, in my opinion, if you wear prescription glasses, that should be fine. I mean, if you're just cutting firewood and stuff like that. But if you do wear safety glasses, you can get, you know, just safety glasses like if you're too concerned about it, you can get ones that go over your glasses. But or if you don't wear glasses, if you're not visually impaired like I am, or visually challenged, I should say, you get safety glasses for, I don't know, like $5 or whatever at, you know, your local hardware store, outdoor store, stuff like that. But I don't wear them, but I mean, my prescription glasses, in my opinion, they're good enough. But I do keep a pair with me, extra pair, just in case somebody needs one. There's some Carhartt ones that I got for probably like, I think it was like $10, $12, something like that. They're good glasses. They'll help protect your eyes and stuff like that. So, and then footwear, I'm a firm believer in, excuse me, in leather boots, specifically logger boots, because that's what they're designed for. I was wearing a pair of my Georgia boots. They're not like logger boots, they're actually just regular work boots, and they were steel toe. And then after a while, you know, bending over, bucking up trees and stuff like that, it was bucking up logs. My back was hurting a lot. And in logger boots, they have a higher heel because of what they were designed for, is when, like, you know, like the loggers out in the Pacific Northwest, where a lot of the major logger boot companies that you see nowadays, they actually were started out in the logging camps up in the Pacific Northwest, and they needed heels that could dig in to when they're on steep hillsides, so they're not slipping down when they're walking down. You can kind of dig your heel in first, and that way you're not, you don't slip and you fall with your saw or whatever, your axe, whatever they had back then. Most likely axes, they didn't have power saws back then. But yeah, so, you know, there's a bunch of different boot companies out there. There's Drews, Nicks, Whites, Danners, all that good stuff, you know. And then I would recommend getting a good, reputable Pacific Northwest logger boot company, like any of the ones I just named. But if they're not really available in your state or your area, and you don't want to order them online because you want to give them a try, there's a bunch of different types out there. I actually got the Red Wing Logger Max. These boots have been friggin' awesome. these have been some awesome boots. They're these are composite toe. I don't like steel toe when I'm working with power saws or doing a lot of cutting, bucking, stuff like that, felling trees, all that good stuff. I don't like steel toes because if you're on a hill, it's going to hurt your feet a lot more, and it's not as pliable or more flexible than just regular composite toe is. And then also they have the logger heel, so if you are going to be climbing, your spikes can catch on that heel, and then that way it's not going to slip off if you have regular work boots. And then these keep my feet really warm actually in the winter time. I wore these when it was, I think, 20, 30 below at work, and my feet were fine because I was wearing merino wool socks and these, and my feet were good to go. They were comfortable. They weren't cold or nothing. And then most of your logger boots, they're going to come with these false tongues. The Red Wing Logger Maxes didn't, so I just bought these from, I think it was Drew's or Nick's, and I got two pairs of two. So, and then you can get them for like 10-inch. But actually, I got the 10-inch ones. They went up a little bit more, but I mean that's all right. But yeah, these boots are very waterproof as well. I was walking and I think it was 10, 12 inches of snow, and it was over my boots obviously, and my feet were dry. So yeah, these boots have been awesome. You are gonna have to break them in, but I think for these, the break-in period wasn't that long. I mean, the first day I got them, and then I wore them that weekend to break them in a little bit before I wore them for work. And then I think on my second day of work, they were already pretty much broken in, and I had a lot of lower back pain from my other boots. And obviously being in the military, carrying 60, 70, 80 pounds of gear, your back's gonna be messed up. And then these actually help my lower back pain, help me and actually my lower back pain actually went away for most of the way from wearing these. I still have some back pain and stuff, but yeah, I definitely recommend getting a good pair of logger boots. You can't go wrong with them. Yep, just any of those companies. Definitely highly recommend. And then obviously you have to have a power saw if you're going to be cutting firewood. This is my personal saw. This is my favorite power saw that I've ran so far. This is the Husqvarna 562 XP. This is a 60cc saw with a 20-inch bar, but I'm going to be getting a 24 or 28-inch bar soon here because I want to be able to not have to bend over and buck up a log, so I can just stand up and just buck it like that. But yep, these awesome saw. I love Husqvarna. Steel's a good one. Those are the two powerhouse brands, Steel and Husqvarna. I run Steels at work, but I'm a Husky guy, Husqvarna, so that's what I like a lot. And then obviously with, you have to have your maintenance tools, stuff like that. You have to have your mix, your bar oil, stuff like that. And those being a 2-stroke engine, they have spark plugs, but so you have to have extras of those and all that good stuff. But yeah, they if you are in the market for a saw and you don't want to get, there's a million different types of power saws out there. That's a professional saw. There's two different types of saws. There's the professional saws and there's the homeowner, I guess, saws. If you're going to be you're in the market for a chainsaw, power saw, I would recommend saving up a little bit more money and getting a professional saw, because the homeowner grade saws and tools, they'll get the job done, but professional saws are designed to be running all day, cutting all day, stuff like that. The parts are going to be a lot more durable. They're made to last a lot longer than homeowner stuff. I mean, if you can't afford a professional saw, then go ahead and get whatever saw you can afford. But I would recommend going with a professional saw. For Husqvarna, that one, I believe that with the bar, chain, and the power head, it was around $840. Husqvarnas are typically a little bit cheaper than Steels. Still, whatever, I don't know how you pronounce it, whatever it is. But what I found is that this Husqvarna that I have, compared to the Steels that I've used, the Husqvarna cuts way faster, and it's a lot more, and it's just more enjoyable saw to run than the Steels, because I mean, I was running my saw for a long time, and the Husqvarna, and it, like, for whenever I run the Steels at work, about, you know, when you're running it for 7, 8, 9, 10 hours a day, your hands get tired, cramping, stuff like that. But with my Husqvarna, like, I was running it for a long time, and I didn't have that. So, but obviously, I mean, if you go with Steel, Husqvarna, you're not gonna go wrong, because they're both outstanding saws. And then, you know, you can get, if you're gonna get an extra bar and chain, I would recommend having at least 2 to 3 bars that you have, or just so you can rotate between, and then you need to have at least 2 to 3 chains per bar. So that way, if you do, like, break one or something like that, or the teeth get ground down all the way, you know, you can swap it out. You don't have to worry about it. But so yeah, let's just get right in, and then let's actually get into my actual woodcutter's kit that I keep with me every time I go out. So stand up here, and so this is in the Milwaukee Pack Out, their milk crate. I like it a lot because I have another Milwaukee Pack Out, an actual toolbox that I use. I like Milwaukee tools, great tools, but I'm not gonna get into the whole Milwaukee DeWalt thing. I like both, so. But yep, so obviously helmet. If you're gonna be felling trees and stuff like that, you need to have a helmet. Ear protection. You know, I got the ear protection on there, and so yep, just great helmet. If you're just cutting firewood, bucking logs, you don't need a helmet, but you can have ear pro in and stuff like that. But if you're gonna be actually felling trees, felling timber, definitely have the helmet when you're doing that. So, and then I'm probably gonna get a lot of flack for this. This isn't an actual faller's belt that a lot of the loggers and stuff like that use. But this is just a cheap, not cheap, I guess. It was like probably 20, 30 bucks. It's a tool belt that I bought at my local Fleet Supply. And I mean, it works the same. You know, I didn't want to wait however long to get one ordered and stuff like that. So yeah, so this is just my quote unquote faller's belt. Yeah, so keep a scrunch right here on the front. Obviously, like in my last video, you don't want to paint your scrunches orange so you can see them if you drop them on the ground, stuff like that. Then I keep 3 of these the 5-inch wedges, felling wedges, and then obviously you want to have wedges in case you're felling timber, stuff like that. So so you can help guide the tree where you want it to fall and prevent it from snapping back on you. And then obviously I keep my pair of gloves here in the pocket, and then on the small square pocket in the back, I keep 2 sets of just foam ear pro right here, just in case somebody doesn't have ear pro or like headphone ear protection, whatever. Like I toss them that. There you go. They got ear protection. And then on this side, in this pocket, I keep another tourniquet. So that way, if I do something happens, I actually cut my leg if I'm not wearing chaps, which is very rare. I always wear chaps, but just in case, so I have a tourniquet on it. And then I just keep the extra pair of safety glasses in there just for now. And then so that way I can give them to somebody if they need it. And then I will have a axe on me as well for pounding wedges. In my opinion, the ideal length for an axe on your faller's belt should be between 18 to 20 to 22 inches, 24 inches at the max. So that way you can just, you know, pound your wedges in, stuff like that. And then this is just the Fiskars Norden N12. This is just an axe I've had for a few years. So just figured I'd slap it on there. I'm gonna get a different axe here soon, but yeah, then you can just put it right here. I know all the professional loggers or follower servers gonna be watching this. They're gonna be like, "Oh no, that's not where you want. That's not a real follower's built." It is what it is. I'm just making do with what I have. I'm just a common guy. So, but yeah. So then that just you can hang it right there or whatever, and that way you got that, and then pound wedges, all that good stuff if you need to. So, and then just like a little repair kit, stuff like that I've got is, I just got in this little Milwaukee pouch that I've got. This has just a bunch of stuff they need just in case, you know, repair stuff. There's just a little ice fishing tackle box that I've had. You can get just small tackle boxes that from your local outdoor store, stuff like that. I mean, obviously up here in northern Minnesota, ice fishing is a huge part of what we do up here, so that's what I've had. I just got an extra spark plug in here, 4 bar nuts. I've got 2 fuel/bar oil caps in case you lose, in case one comes off on your saw. You can just replace that real quick. If your bar nuts come loose or come off, you lose them. You got some extra bar nuts. And then spark plug. Obviously, your engine needs spark plugs in your saw. I've got an extra chain in here. This is the Oregon 20-inch one. This got the 3/8-inch pitch, 72 drivers on there. So got that just in case my other chain breaks or something like that. And then I just got a bunch of extra foamies in there. Got a small paintbrush, so whenever you're refilling your bar oil and your gas and your mix, what you can brush that off, brush the around the cap, like the reservoir, so stuff doesn't get in there and just mess up your engine. And this, just a little greaser for your bar on your sprockets there, so that way you can keep your bar going nice and good to go. And then keep a couple extra scrunches in here as well, just in case. And then got some file handles in here as well, so whenever I'm filing and sharpening, excuse me, my chain, and that way you got some extra handles and stuff, so you're not grabbing onto the small file handle there. So put this back in here. Some technical difficulties there, but we'll just move right along here. And then this is just a little field sharpening kit that I got as well. It rolls up. You got your angle guide and your raker guide as well. And then another handle for your files. You got a flat file for your rakers. You got 3 different size files for your actual teeth. And then here's another filing guide and file holder for sharpening. But I don't really like these at all. But I just figured I'd keep it in there just in case. And that just folds up like that. And I just stick that in the crate there. Then, and this is one of the greatest things for sharpening. So if you don't know how to sharpen that well, this helps you out a lot. This is the steel. I believe it's the 2-in-1 sharpener, but this thing is freaking awesome. This, I believe you can get this for about 30, 40 bucks in your chainsaw section at your stores, wherever you go. This thing is awesome. And obviously, I like doing it with the regular files, but yeah, those are outstanding. I recommend that for anybody that's not proficient in chainsaw sharpening, stuff like that. That helps you learn how to, like, your angles, just all that good stuff. So yeah, then I got these two of these Oregon, these are little stump vices. So what you do is you pound these got the teeth on it, so you just pound these into a stump, and then you loosen up the vise, and then you clamp that onto your bar, on your chainsaw, and you can, if you're out working, cutting down, felling timber, stuff like that, you can use that to sharpen your chainsaw out in the thing. So you have to come back to your truck, you know, and sharpen for 10, 20, 30 minutes, however long it takes you to sharpen. So that way you can just pound these into the stump using like your axe or whatever, and then you can just sharpen right there, you're good to go. So I always keep two of those just in case somebody needs to sharpen. And then I also got this. This is the Oregon clamp-on sharper that clamps onto your bar. And you use this. This is an awesome tool as well. So in conjunction with these, use two of these on your bar, and then clamp this on your bar, and then you can set your depth, your angles, all that good stuff, and it just goes back and forth on your, so yeah, it just goes back and forth whenever you're sharpening, so then you can set your angle like that, and you're good to go. Then I keep a few bigger wedges. I keep a, this is the 12-inch wedge, and these are some 10-inch wedges. So in case we're falling some big, you know, big Norway pines, white pines, spruces, all that good stuff, balsams, you can use that as well. And then obviously, then here, my wife got me this as well. This is a picaroon from I believe this is from Timber Tough, I think. I'm not sure on the company name, but these are freaking awesome. If you got back pain, stuff like that, you don't want to bend over and pick up heavy logs, what you can do is, it's got a little tooth right there, a little spike. So you just smack it into the log on the cut part of the log, and you can just drag it, or you can lift it up with this. So this saves you a lot of back pain. It saves you a lot of back pain and stuff like that. So you don't have to worry about bending over and all that good stuff. And then obviously I have my chainsaw chaps. Yep, chainsaw chaps. Then, you know, in the cargo pocket, I keep another scrunch, and then just another 5-inch wedge just in case I need an extra one. And then, yep, always gotta have chainsaw chaps on whenever you're cutting with the power saw and stuff. Or you can get the there's pants out there, but I think it's a Swedish company, I believe, which is coincidentally the same country that makes Husqvarna. I believe they're called, the site is called Go Clogger, I think. But the pants that you can buy they have chaps built into them, so you don't have to worry about putting chaps on. So you already have chainsaw chaps on your pants that you're wearing. But they are quite expensive. A few of the guys that I work with at my job wear them, and they like them a lot. You can get the summer ones that have, like, you can unzip the side and get little vents on them. They got mesh on them, or you can wear the winter ones where they're lined and stuff like that. But I think last time I checked, I think they were about between $200 to $400 per pair. So I was like, yeah, no, I'm not gonna spend money on that one. Get a $50 pair of chaps, and then I'm good to go. But I mean, if you got the money, then go for it. That way it's a little bit more, you don't have to worry about having your pants, have to put chaps on over them, stuff like that. But personal preference, it is what it is. Then obviously I keep an extra can of the 2-stroke oil, the mix. This is the Husqvarna XP Plus synthetic blend. This you put for your mix, you need to know how much to put in per, like, however many gallons your gas can holds, or your Dalmar. You put this whole can in for 2.5 gallons. That's what I usually do. Obviously, you have different ratios and stuff like that, but also, you know, you can run a single gas can like I have right here. This is a 2.5 gallon Midwest can. That works fine. And then I also run a gallon of bar oil. This is the Tall Timber All Season Blend bar oil. This is my favorite bar oil that I've used, because if you guys know, or like a lot of you guys know, I'm sure if you guys run power saws or loggers, whatever you do, in the wintertime, a lot of the bar oils will thicken up and it gets very, very thick and sticky and stuff like that. So it won't take a little bit longer to, you know, lubricate your bar and stuff. This stuff is my favorite bar oil that I've used. I've used this in, I think, probably 30 below, and it was still good to go. So I would definitely recommend the Tall Timber if you guys can find it. I know they also make DeWalt makes I think I forget what kind of oil it is, but it's bar oil and stuff like that for your saw, but I heard it's very, very good. So I'll have to find it and put it in the description or something like that. But if you guys watch Buck and Billy Ray Smith, he's one of my favorite YouTubers for logging and stuff like that. He actually talks about the DeWalt bar oil in one of his most recent videos. So I would definitely recommend go checking that out. But yeah, so obviously 2.5 gallon in your bar oil. If you can find them, get a Dalmar, which is a gas can and a bar oil can mixed. So it'll be, I believe it's like 1.5 gallons. It's 2 separate compartments, so it's got your mix and it's got your bar oil in just one little thing, so you don't have to worry about having 2 things on you at all times. Yeah, I would definitely recommend getting one of those. And then also, whenever I go out in my truck, I have a 5 gallon gas can full of 91 gas, just so I can, you know, if I run out of gas in my 2.5 gallon, just pour one of these in the gas can, then fill it up the rest with the actual gas. So then you got your mix, you're good to go. But yeah, that's basically it for everything. If you guys like this kind of like chainsaw kind of stuff, let me know in the comments below, and I'll put out some more videos like that. I'll put out some videos of me cutting firewood and stuff like that, and all that good stuff, running my saw and stuff, so you guys can get a look at it and see how it runs and all that good stuff. But yeah, that's it for the video today, guys. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you guys want to see in the future. I'm going to be doing a lot more videos and stuff like that soon. Now I got my new phone, I got a lot more storage and stuff like that, so I can actually put out videos more consistently and stuff like that. So, and then I've been thinking about putting out a Minuteman kind of mindset series and gear and drills and videos and stuff like that out here pretty soon. Let me know if you guys want to see that. So yeah, so that's basically it for the video, guys. I hope you guys liked the video, and thank you guys for coming along and watching my videos. Thank you guys for the views in the last week's video. That was awesome. Keep commenting, stuff like that. Helps me become a better creator for you guys. Helps me put out more content, better content that you guys want to see and stuff like that. So yeah, happy Easter, guys. Have a good Easter. Yep, God bless all of you and your families, and everybody stay safe out there.